Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into this week's energy reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. However, if you are generally just feeling this video, the energy of the video, then please feel free. Cross watchers, anyone is welcome. Right, I have cleansed all the cards and let's get straight into your reading. Right, so what does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini genuinely need to know this week? What are the energies of this week that Gemini needs to know? Make sure this is accurate information, please, guides. Make sure this is all best for them. Thank you, guides. What does Gemini need to know this week? Please make this accurate information. So the cards that I'm using this week are the Friends Tarot, Colette Baron Reed, Ask the Angels, and obviously Charms I'll be using, and some information in terms of timelines. So can you clarify the cards, please, Spirit? What do you need to know? What does Gemini, the Watchers, need to know? What does the viewer need to know? Okay. So guys, if you are actually thinking of any questions in your head and you just want additional validation of some sort, I'll just pick a card out and then we can look at this at the end. Any questions or answers for anyone out there, what they need to know. No, I'm going to leave that. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay, Death came up. Oh, and so did the Four of Pentacles. That came up in the... Which reading was that? I think that was a Taurus reading. You may be drawn to that reading. I did shuffle these cards properly as well. Interesting. The fact that we're in the... there's going to be a lunar, blood moon, full moon, lunar eclipse this week. So I feel that there's obviously a general energy of change and transformation that's going on. So the fact that we've had the key of transformation almost all the readings actually for this week. An orphaned card as well came up in that reading. However, this reading seems to be, it's like with the Taurus, I think it's a Taurus video, they're still stuck in this energy where I feel like you're shifting. And obviously the Magician, I think, it's a Gemini card. We can work with all the elements. However, with the Taurus reading, I think they had yes, but for you, you have no. And for some of you, you have it's up to you. So we can look at that in a bit. So let's focus on what we have here already. So energies for this week, maybe starting the week with the ending of a cycle. Some of you might be watching a horror movie, or you just watched a horror movie, or you might even be thinking about writing some sort of horror movie, sci-fi movie, which may have themes with death actually in there. Some of you might be working with plants. I'm being drawn to the scythe. So that might be coming through random. Remember, I read the energy of the cards rather than what the actual cards always depict. But yes, there may be an ending of some sort that's going on. Some of you might be, that's really random. I'm being shown a farm and plants being, there's a harvest of some sort that's going on. I'm being shown a seed that's been planted and it's just growing really quickly and it's ready to harvest. So that might be literal in some areas of the world, but it may also be figurative, more metaphorical in terms of a project that started and it's now, coming towards the end of that and something new's coming forward. Also here, Four of Pentacles, finances is going on. So it might be the end of financial hardship. So some of you might be some of you may be using the moon to manifest more money coming in, more financial stability, and some of you may be stuck in terms of what direction you're going in. You may have option of a couple of choices by the end of the week, This may be obviously longer than the energy. The it's up to you reading, up to you card even, might actually be answering a question in terms of whether you have a choice or not, and the answer is it's up to you. But there is progression here because you've got 13, the number 13, and then you have the number 4. Obviously 13 reduces to 4, doesn't it? And that's 4 as well. And 4 is linked to stability, so it could just be the idea of stability. You're wanting stability, and that's now ending where you can get that stability because you're at the number 1 again, and then you've got number 2. So it's like you've finished something, and now you're moving on to the next stage. But yes, some of you might be working with, I am being shown rituals, alchemy. Some of you might be reading those alchemy style books. Some of you might be using athames even in your work. Please be safe and sensible. I'm not an advocate of using weaponry or anything. Yes, I'm being drawn to the swords, but then swords is also to do with truth. So I feel like for some of you there may be some truths being brought to light. So you may feel at the moment that you can't see what's going on right now. Some of you may be feeling like there's negative people or negative situations around you which you can't get out of right now, and you're constantly on guard. But this energy, this full moon lunar eclipse energy, is going to be helping you with that. So just bear that in mind. It might be useful just to light a candle around that time if you are doing ritual work, or even just to pray around this time for more abundance. I think is some of you, you're feeling that. Some of you might want to move as well. I feel like some of you are looking to move and you don't know how to do it because of your financial situation. I am being drawn to the no card, so I think that for some of you may not be the right time. So that's another thing. For some of you it might be it's up to you. So, but that's what I'm being drawn to here. And also, if we look at these cards above, so you've got, like I said, you've got the death here and the pentacles. So there's obviously there's earth energy here. You have air energy as well. I am being drawn to some watery energy with this card here, but let's have a look. And obviously the yin energy is more about the more passive, feminine, watery, more emotional energy that's going on. So perhaps there may have been some fear, some negativity, some stagnant energy that's going on, and that's some anger even at the beginning of the week for some reason. But obviously it's becoming more passive as time goes on. Maybe the idea of changing your mentality, not necessarily your mentality, it could be someone else around you as well. We've got 2 there as well again, so that's important. I think the hardship has been very difficult. However, that said, you've got the magician card here, and then you've got the happy card, and I'm being drawn to similar kind of colours here. And obviously here the pentacle, it represents money, and obviously in the pentacle you've got the star. So I feel perhaps some of you may be receiving news about a job offer perhaps that's coming through, which lifts your emotions, and that could be linked with the manifestation that you're doing. The breathe cards, some of you might be just relaxing this week. With the yin card as well, relaxing. I'm being shown nature documentaries. I'm being shown frogs and toads. So I don't know if you're a fan of David Attenborough or something similar along those lines. For some of you, like I said, this card came up in one of the other readings. You may be feeling depleted, like no one's here to help you. And obviously, I was saying earlier, I feel like I'm having to be on guard. May have been backstabbed, that type of thing. And that's the energy that I'm picking up on here. But obviously, if you meditate, just breathe it all out, that might be able to shift something in your energy field and help you get to more of a happier space. I didn't do this for the other reading, but I feel like I need to pick out a crystal card for you for healing. Send you love and light, guys. Right, let's have a look. What does this group need to know, guys? The Eternal Crystals Oracle card set, by the way, if anyone is interested. Right, let's have a look. What do you need to know? Okay, live in the present, heart chakra. So there is some sort of healing that's going on. Some of you may have gone through some trauma, and it's making you think about things in the past. You might be moving into a new stage of your life, and because you were backstabbed before, you may be thinking you still can't trust people. But the healing is taking place. It's going to take time. There is change in the air. 5:42. Sorry, not 5. 5 is here with the change. 42 is 6. So I'm just being shown. Again, it's the idea of moving from like 1, 2, 3. So you've got 1, 2. Do we have 3 here? We've got 2 there. We have 4, 5, 6. So I feel like for some of you, you're in the early stages of your healing. For some other groups of you, you've gone past the negative stages and you're in a position where you're actually moving on and you're becoming more happier and more fulfilled. But again, it takes time because I feel like the energy is very up and down at the moment. So yes, that's the Unakite. It's a really nice crystal, actually. But yes, live in the present. So you can't do anything about what's happened in the past. It's long gone now. But all we can do is heal from the past and focus on the now, because we can only control our own path and what we're doing right now. And the future hasn't happened yet. The future is in our hands. And yes, sometimes we can feel like we don't have control of our future, and some, you know, some people don't. You know, you get a lot of readers that say, oh, but we're always in charge of our future and things like that. But that's not always the case, because I understand there can be situations where you're not in control, but all you can do is control your own mindset and just be, no matter how difficult the circumstances are. Right, oh goodness me, very deep. So I'm just going to get some time frames and some charms for you. So let's see what you need to know, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know, guys? Oh God. The pebbles again. Goodness me. Yep, it's all about the stepping stones. And I think it's just, for that, I think it's taking one step at a time. 3, okay. January, July. Okay. 18, 1, now. I think it was Aries that got any time. So I feel like they were waiting. So I don't know if you've got an Aries placement that you might be interested in. But I do feel like all the readings are actually seem to be connected quite a bit at the moment. Let's see what numbers we've got. 13, 20, 27. These could be dates, time. Well, I guess 13. Well, you don't get 1300 hours. You only get. Yes, you do actually, don't you? Okay, maybe they are times for some of you. Right, so yes, we've got 1, 18, 27, 13, 20, now, January, July in 3 days. So that may be significant to you guys. And these little pebbles, they remind me of stepping stones. So like I was saying before, one stage at a time, like we were going from like 1 to 2, and I was saying to 3, and then like 4, 5, 6. So I think it's just one step at a time. That's really important for you this week. And this dropped on the love heart. So for some of you, it might be matters of the heart, not always a relationship. For some of you, it might be linked to a relationship. Maybe you're waiting on a message from somebody. Maybe there's an anniversary that's coming up, but you've got 3 there, and then you've got 3 here. So yes, okay, thank you so much for watching, Gemini. I just want to say, since I put the other videos up, I received a lot of emails actually inquiring about readings and things. So I've started doing private readings now on mostly through Zoom actually, but I've decided to open up an Etsy store. I don't tend to use Etsy that much, so if you do want to get a reading through Etsy, please feel free. If not, you can contact me through the email address and request it that way. Send a donation through PayPal, that type of thing, and then pay for the reading that way. That's if you want to. However, you know, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the readings, and do subscribe. Do feel free to like and share the videos, and comment as well. You know, if this reading did resonate with you, because at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer that, you know, we are all here to help each other, and I think it's really important that we can do as much as we can to help humanity. You know, I run my charity in my spare time, when I have spare time, so that's kind of me giving back to the community, and I'm getting a humanitarian vibe from this group as well. So I don't know if any of you have been helping other people out recently, or you've been thinking about volunteering, but I feel for some of you that's actually quite strong. I'm also being shown children, maybe you're reading storybooks to children. I'm also being shown what looks like therapy and counselling as well, so maybe you're helping children there, or you might be going through some sort of therapy yourself, or healing your inner child. But anyway, oh, and for some reason I got the name Harry that popped into my head as well, so I don't know if that's for any of you out there. But yes, thank you so much for everything that you've done, guys. I really appreciate it. I know I've only put a few videos up on here, but I know that many of you are people that I read for previously, so thank you so much for your support, and just have a great week, and yeah, enjoy the energy, and hopefully speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.